Doc, I wish you'd just tell me who it is you need to talk to about the Lost Cross.
Plausible deniability, my boy. You're still a fugitive after all.
Well, technically, I'm a convict. I'm not a fugitive unless they find out I've been leaving the house. Thanks for this, cloaking app, by the way.
Just something I threw together. Not my best work, but it should fool the Jism Troopers, if that is you insist on that course of action.
I got no choice, Doc. We need this intel. Also, if enough scenes don't take place outside the apartment, I lose all justification in calling this a quest story. Sorry, I gotta go. Good luck, Doc. Keep me posted. Okay, here we go.
Am I coming in clear, guys? Alright, let's do this thing.
Sir, I must again ask if you wouldn't be better served keeping your focus on the mission at hand.
We owe our audience an E3 recap, Ivan.
But wasn't E3 quite a while ago, making much of this commentary completely redundant?
I don't think so. I mean, a lot of these games won't be out until 2015.
But isn't E3 one of those things that you dorks can just look up the trailers for right after anyway? What's the point?
It does feel kind of unnecessary, man. We have a gaming show on the internet. That means we recap E3. You guys realize we do this for a living, right?
Yes.
You know what else isn't necessary? Me buying groceries that aren't store brand.
We get it.
Alright, guys. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna show you some trailers from E3, and you're gonna react to them. This'll be fun. We don't usually see you guys acting opposite each other without an intermediary from me.
Yeah. It almost feels like it could be a backdoor pilot for something.
Backdoor pilot.
I don't get... Oh, I just got it.
Well, that's as good a place as any to roll credits.
Okay, so this first one was Cuphead. This is the first a lot of people had heard of this one. Huh. I'm reminded of Pluck on the SNES for some reason.
I'm reminded of them old-ass cartoons you don't see on TV no more, because everything would be like going all fine and cartoony, but then they'd have a black dude drawn like a goblin eating watermelon, and that's just not cool.
Fair enough, alright, there's also Dead Island 2.
If this is Dead Island 2, what the fuck was Dead Island Riptide?
Yeah, really, when I was frozen, did everyone in gaming forget how to count?
So the first Dead Island had like that super oddie backwards trailer that was all melodramatic and shit, right? Yeah, man, that was a bait and switch. I know, right? But, so this trailer is actually being all funny and stuff. Does that mean the game is gonna be like Gone Home? Heh, good point.
You've been out of the game for a long time. Or maybe I need to remind you the kind of people we'd be crossing here.
Sully, I know the risks. But come on, it's a surefire plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncharted up in here!
Didn't realize you were a fan, Anti-Thinker.
Yeah, Nathan Drake is my boy. He's like the me version of Indiana Jones, you know?
I like Uncharted overall. It's got a good thing going on. Nice environments, varied gameplay.
It never did much for me.
And here's the part where you say it's not as good as Jungle Hunt, or some other old shit nobody cares about.
Dude, nothing is as good as Jungle Hunt. This doesn't even look as good as Congo Bongo. And it wasn't the only game with jungles and temples in it that got shown off.
Miss Croft. We become who we're meant to be.
Yeah, my girl Lara.
Oh, the last one of these was so fucking good. Ya think? I mean, granted, I kinda missed the original Tomb Raider games, but that reboot was awesome. Great characters, good story, real sense of narrative and pacing without sacrificing gameplay in depth, great atmosphere, and the development of Lara's character over the course of the story.
Well, except, don't you think the way she seemed sorta helpless early on, even if you were good at shooting the stuff right away, kinda illustrated the principle of ludonarrative
Ivan, ludonarrative dissonance does not exist in this dojo.
Sorry.
I think we're making progress in these sessions. You say the flashbacks have stopped.
Hey, how come she's in therapy in this one?
Maybe she's all fucked up from all those dudes she killed.
I'd like to know you're taking care of yourself.
Oh, snap. You don't think they put her in one of those Michelle Bachmann's husband camps because she was, like, gay for the Sam chick, do ya? I ain't touching that one. What? I don't got a problem with it. I'm just saying. It felt like they had kind of that Daria, Jane Lane, why don't they just fucking get it over with chick crush thing happening. Am I wrong?
No, I actually think that's a pretty reasonable reading.
You know, guys, a lot of people said Nintendo won this year.
So everyone else did that bad, huh?
Well, here's Hyrule Warriors.
Holy crossover, Batman!
This actually doesn't look so bad. So what, you just run around and wail on dudes with the Masturbator sword?
Pretty much. I gotta be honest, I find Dynasty Warriors to be a little repetitive sometime. All you do is run around and kill targets. It's mostly cheap catharsis.
I don't know, seems kind of fun and arcadey to me.
Uh-oh, the princess got herself a sword. You'd better run, guys. I mean, with those guns, you can tell Zelda's putting up, like, tens of pounds.
Hey, Midna's back! Alright, I'm on board now.
I hope we get to see the fine-ass grown-up version of Midna too.
I do appreciate the willingness to play around with the classic iconography in this. I mean, the Nintendo of a couple years ago wouldn't have gone anywhere near something like this.
Holy fucking shit!
What the hell?
Speaking of messing around with the iconopornography.
Is that supposed to be the Great Goddess? Holy hell!
You know, I give you retro douches and Nintendo and all that shit a lot of guff, but those are some spectacular titties. I'm just saying.
Thank you for that, Anti-Thinker.
I'm serious. I think I'm in love. I mean, like, motorboat would not even be an accurate descriptive. You'd have to, like, steamboat those suckers. You know, with the big paddle wheel and shit.
We're gonna get letters on this one.
Like that.
Moving on.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back.
Is this Les Miserables? No, Anti-Thinker, this is not Les Miserables.
Because you're not gonna trick me into watching Les Miserables twice with that Wolverine is in it business.
No, I think this is Assassin's Creed Unity.
Ah.
Not enthused?
Not really. Assassin's Creed bores me. It's always too long, they haven't done one where you can have a machine gun or a car, you hardly ever see any titties, and now with the French Revolution, I kinda doubt that Ubisoft's grasp of history is gonna be appropriately applied to the complex systematic breakdowns, involved not only in the revolt against the monarchy, but in the subsequent schisms within the revolution itself that led to the Montagnard conspiracy, usurping Robespierre amid the Thermidorian reaction.
Yeah. I know stuff.
Hey, Retro Thinker, you were interested in Mario Maker, right?
Yeah, but...
But what? Look at this. You get to make old school Mario levels and switch it over into the new version at a push of a button. That's awesome!
Yeah, but...
And there's maybe a distinct possibility of seeing other Mario elements beyond the original patched in before or even afterwards.
Yeah, but...
What could your problem with this possibly be, Retro Thinker?
It's on the wrong system, kind of, isn't it?
Explain.
Look, nobody wants to see the Wii U succeed with a popular game more than I do, but this feels bigger than that. One of the reasons so much of game design seems so stagnant right now is we've spent a full generation culling mostly from the relatively narrow pool of people who went into the initial small number of college game design programs that existed a decade ago. That's probably a big reason why everything is so fucking homogenized and samey now. The logistical barriers to getting in are so numerous, and it seems like there's no video game equivalent of just being able to grab a camcorder or point your phone at it and teach yourself to be a movie maker like there is for filmmaking. What about that little big wheel thing with Sackman? Even Little Big Planet's interface is so dense that it already assumes a certain level of familiarity. Mario Maker, from the looks of things, is theoretically the perfect intro to game design. Simple, basic, introductory interface. Hey, here's one of the most recognizable games ever made, now here it is in pieces, see what you can make out of it.
I'm going to make a penis.
Of course you are.
I'm gonna make, like, the shaft out of the brown blocks, and then the gonads out of the bricks, and then Hammers is gonna come spilling out the tip.
Look, all I'm saying is it's unfortunate that they made what could be the perfect entry-level game that could fire the imaginations of a whole generation of future game designers, and maybe even snare some who'd otherwise have never even considered it as something they'd enjoy as a career, and they're gonna make it exclusive to a niche system that most people don't have.
So where should it be then?
Well, if we're being honest, something like this should really be on mobile at this point, but that's not happening. So at least it should be on 3DS, DS, 2DS, the systems that the young kids who will get the most out of this actually have. Yeah, the Wii U could use a killer app, but not at the expense of a whole generation.
I can see that, yeah. So, do we want to get into...
I think that horse is pretty much beat to death, brah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, good talk. I'm off.
Good luck, boss!
Don't die!
Okay. Let's see if the Doc's cloaking app is worth a damn. Okay, let's go.
Halt, citizen. Identify yourself. Are you the Game Overthinker? Negative, sir. Clearly not the Game Overthinker. Repeat, not the Game Overthinker. Roger, roger. This is not the Game Overthinker. All Jism Troopers engage, whoever this is.
Okay, guys. Who's ready to find out what these fucking things are made of? No. So wait, these robots use VidSpawn for what? Brains, hearts, power source?
No. As souls.
But how is that possible?
I put it there.